Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for, this is part 2 for the week of January 10th. We're going to jump right in here, Taurus, and we are going to, if you didn't watch part 1, by the way, it's linked up down below, so make sure to watch that. This is part 1. We've already done this. We're going to put out these anchor cards, and then we're going to get started, Taurus. In your first row here, you have the Otter Spirit. This card says you are never alone. You had all these cards of kind of like teamwork. You have the help appears in various ways that wanted to come out at the end of your other reading as well. So clearly, being with other people is going to be important. You have a lot of playful cards I'm noticing here as well. Even your next card is a card of like playfulness. So it looks, and by the way, like everybody has had this energy of playfulness for 2022. It doesn't surprise me. I think things have been too serious for too long. Whenever this happens, I always say the universe is trying to get us to go the other direction. So, I feel like, the universe is like saying, play, do things that you enjoy, do things that bring fun and enjoyment into your life. And that's what I would do there. With the 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups is just your current energies. You have the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is like a perfect match. If you're looking for love, really good love reading, by the way, Taurus, someone finds you attractive, clearly. I mean, look at this. I'll just tell you right now. 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups to the Star. I mean, this could be like a wish or a dream come true. Going this direction here as well, the 7 of Wands would say you're going to have to open up to a person. But to the Empress, it's like someone finds you attractive, Taurus. It could be a Cancer, could be any water sign, could be any sign. It's a general reading. But you have Cancer and Aquarius kind of stand out to me. But like I said, could be any sign. My problem is that 8 of Swords. So I feel if you happen to be looking for love, that 8 of Swords could be saying that you look at love as a trap, or maybe you feel like love would, kind of be constricting or something like that. So again, I do believe that it's possible to want love, but also feel like it's constricting. So I feel like you just have to maybe communicate with the person you meet or something along those lines. We'll figure it out. With the King of Swords as your crossing energy, you have the 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is a card of contentment and fulfillment. You have a lot of fulfillment showing up in this reading. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Star, the Empress. A ton of fulfillment going on in this reading. Coming up, again, the crossing energy can be something that hurts you or helps you. And like I said, King of Swords was like that backhand logic, the cold reality of the world, right? It was the King of Swords. I feel like the 9 of Cups, also the Knight of Cups and the Star in your reading, and the Chariot as well, believe it or not, they all have imagery that kind of say like keep dreaming, dream bigger, make your dreams bigger, all that other stuff. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your January reading in general, Taurus, that there was something about like needing to dream big in that reading. But let's see. With the 4 of Pentacles in the area of your thoughts, you have the King of Wands. Could be a fire sign coming in for you as well. You always have fire in your reading, so if you happen to be looking for love, there could be a fire sign. And what did I say? Literally, in part 1, I said that there would be more masculine energy showing up in part 2. And the King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, going for what you want. So exactly what I said. What I would say, perfect balance between the two energies, masculine and feminine. It's like you have the Empress and you have this guy here, the King of Wands. The King of Wands, to me, is the most nurturing king in the tarot. He like really raises something like a baby. He really takes care of something that he's trying to create or something that he wants to build in his life. He treats it as if it were his child, even if it's not a child. It could be for some of them. But, it's really that kind of like kind, caring, nurturing energy. So it's a good mixture, like I said, between the masculine and the feminine, which is kind of what I was getting in the first reading. Next, you have this take note. It says your answers are being given to you. Quieting external voices and excessive noise will give you the chance to hear what is being offered. So you have the Star card as well. And the Star card would be kind of like a card of maybe taking time for yourself. You have that Body and Soul card. So it makes sense to me. There's a lot of energy here that could represent like taking time for yourself, chilling out, healing, all that other good stuff. So like I said, take time when you need it, and especially with the Star card. With the Knight of Cups, you have the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is like something being dead, done, over with here. This is showing up in the area of your foundation. So there could be something that needs to be released. And what I would say with the Knight of Cups is that he needs to release his limiting beliefs. He needs to release the things that are preventing him from planting seeds in front of him. You know, he could easily plant seeds in the desert along that water there, Taurus, but he just has to do it. The only thing holding him back is himself. Look, the horse, its leg is up. The horse is like ready to go. Horses in the tarot, they represent like assistance. They represent help. They represent, you know, something helping you move forward. So it's like a part of you wants to move forward. The Ten of Swords is that Eight of Swords energy at the end, which is kind of like, well, I've tried things before, I failed, or, you know, what if I get trapped in something? So I would like let go of that stinking thinking with the Ten of Swords. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Emperor. There you go. Emperor and the Empress in this reading. If you are looking for love, this could be very good for you. Clearly, there's like a perfect match. Look at this. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Seven of Wands to the Emperor to the Empress in this diagonal. That would definitely be like true love, you know, power couple type energy. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. Could be the same gender, and, you know, you're just showing up as Emperor and Empress in this reading. And so that could be very good for you, Taurus, with the Emperor energy. Again, more of that, like I said, I knew that more masculine energy was going to show up in this second part of the reading, and it makes perfect sense to me. With the Fool, you have the Five of Pentacles. The Fool is like saying you are ready to go over the next few months. Five of Pentacles is just more stinking thinking. Five of Pentacles says, get out of your head. This guy here, he has a bell around his neck. And back in the day, lepers had to wear bells around their necks so people knew when they were coming down the streets. And basically, the Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. So Five of Pentacles says there might be things that you feel are holding you back. And it kind of says, let those things go. It can also represent like, you know, feeling like you don't have the resources to do something. Really, the solution to the Five of Pentacles is to be resourceful. It might say you, like the Fool is ready to go next few months. It's like you are ready to go. You are ready to start a project. You're ready to start your next thing, whatever it is. And the Five of Pentacles, really the solution is to be resourceful. It's like maybe you feel like you don't have the money, but the Five of Pentacles, there's a church on this card. Right in the background there, this stained glass window is part of a church. It says there is a place of sanctuary. I always say, you know, famous astrologers all say, you know, astrology isn't a prison sentence. I always say tarot isn't a prison sentence. I've seen too many readings and too many readers who basically might as well say, oh, Ten of Swords, Eight of Swords, Five of Pentacles, you're screwed, right? That's not the case. That's not the point of tarot. Tarot is a journey. It is the Fool's journey, which you have right here. And it's like you work your way through the energy to get what you want. It's not like you're screwed with what comes up, right? Which I feel like a lot of people kind of take it that way, and that's not the point of tarot. And what I would say here with the Five of Pentacles, the point here is that there is a place of sanctuary. There is something you could do. Five of Pentacles asks you to be resourceful. It says maybe you don't have the money to start a business or to move or whatever it is that you're dreaming of with that Star card. But the Five of Pentacles says the resource exists somewhere. You're going to have to be resourceful. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to like figure it out. Maybe you have something in your attic that you could sell for money that would let you move. You know, it basically says you're going to have to find it, but it exists. With the Star, over the next few months, you have the High Priestess, so trust your intuition. The High Priestess also says the sky's the limit. It actually says there are no limits because there's no roof over her head. I always say with the High Priestess that she represents kind of like unlimited potential. The High Priestess, you know, represents intuition, all these things that everybody says the High Priestess represents, but she also represents potential. The problem is potential. It's like with potential, you know, something that basically means that something could happen, but it's going to require you, which this whole entire reading is kind of saying. With the Chariot, you have the Star. Love it. Like I said, I kind of knew that the Star and the Chariot were going to be maybe a little bit connected. It's like the Star and the Chariot are the things that are motivating you to become more successful at this time, or to become more successful in your life, whatever you want to call it. I didn't even touch on this. Your anchor card here in this row, totally skipped it, is this Treasured Memories card, by the way. So really good card, and I feel that there are some memories that are kind of coming up at this time as well, but I just think you're remembering what your dreams always have been. It's like you're remembering the things that you have always wanted to maybe accomplish in your life here, Taurus, or you're remembering like I almost feel like you're remembering feelings as well. It's like if you always had a certain goal, it's like if you think about something that really excites you, it feels really good, right? So I kind of think these things are starting to come back up inside of you. And this is a good thing because it's like when we feel things on that level, we typically attract it into our life. With the Empress, you have the Ace of Pentacles, another card of potential, another card of just an opportunity. So again, this is why all this, needing to be bold, needing to be assertive, needing to grab onto something, that's why this energy is coming up, because it's requiring you. Remember in the first reading, I was saying it's almost like I see a cutout of your body. It's like you're stepping into this energy that's a new energy. Maybe a better way to describe this energy is it's like you're just plugging in. You're plugging in to your potential. You're plugging into your unlimited potential with that High Priestess. Like I said in the first reading, this reading is definitely, I believe, encouraging you to dream like way bigger than maybe you have in a very long time. It's like asking you to multiply your goals. With the Eight of Swords here, you have the Empress. There you go. So it's like you can easily overcome that Eight of Swords energy. I think the Eight of Swords is extremely easy to overcome. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, but Eight of Swords also says that you're only looking at one way of doing things. It says there are multiple ways to do anything that you want to do. There are multiple ways to accomplish a goal. If one thing doesn't work, try something else. That's the Eight of Swords. Again, usually the example I give with the Eight of Swords is like being up against a wall that's only as big as your face. And, if you are right up against a problem, it's like you can't see your way around it. So the Eight of Swords says, there are other ways to do things. Again, in that row, you have the help appears in various ways. So there could be people that come into your life, or I would say there are people, especially with the Chariot and the Star, in the area of your closest relationships. And you have the Ten of Cups here, which is an amazing card for community, family, people helping you, all that other good stuff here, Taurus. So this is like an amazing freaking reading for sure. There is definitely love coming in for you, and I do feel like it could be like a divine counterpart. Again, Aquarius, fire, Aquarius, water, and you have basically everything here. So it could be any sign, but I do feel like there is a person who's coming in for you. This person, you might feel like, I feel like you need to realize that you're like, don't sell yourself short. I know I always say this to you, but I always get it in your readings. It's like Eight of Swords with the Empress is, like imposter syndrome, which you always get these cards of imposter syndrome in your readings. And I feel like you need to realize like what you bring to the table is a lot. The Empress, she comes from infinite source energy. She has everything to give, and then some. It's not like she needs to fill her cups. She's basically channeling energy, and I think that's kind of like how you're coming at that's how you need to come at things, like that you're never empty. You are never any of those things, right? So pretty amazing reading. I actually want to see what this card is as well. Yeah, you have this Quieting the Mind card. I wanted to see what the next card in this deck was. And you have the Quieting Your Mind card. Like I said, it actually seems pretty busy to me, the energy that's going on here, because it's asking you to be bold, to be assertive, to really go for what you want. So when you get moments of quiet or anything like that, I would definitely take advantage of those moments. But it's an amazing reading. Definitely really nice energy coming in for you here, Taurus. So thank you for being here, Taurus. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch part 1 linked up down below if you haven't watched it already. Also, make sure to watch your Sun, Moon, and Rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.